Good evening, Paddy Kenny. Thank you for joining us at Goalkeeper Magazine.
Pleasure.
We're here to talk about your career and all that's happened in it. So I think one thing that might have been negative, but I think we'll go on to discuss, is being a positive, is your enforced break from the game, which was almost a misunderstanding, but I suppose it's kind of a fair game ban, would you say?
Yeah, I think rules are rules. I made a genuine mistake. Like I said, I've used it as a positive, and I've started my career again now with a move to QPR, and lucky enough I got the promotion last year and playing in the Premier League this year, and it's all good.
You say the ban has helped you. Do you think it's going to help you to prolong your career? That kind of break has given you a focus?
Yeah, definitely. I think you sit back and you look at life and look at your job and realise you've got the best job in the world, and makes you appreciate it more. And 9 months out were a tough time, and glad they're behind me. But like I said, I look forward to the rest of my career now.
I think you said you've changed the way you train and the way you look at the game and everything like that. You say you train a lot harder now, and that will keep you in good stead for the rest of the future. How long do you think you can go on for?
No, who knows? I think see keepers now 40 plus playing, and hopefully I'll be no different, and I'll try to keep myself fit and playing at a good standard, and hopefully can sort of play to that sort of age myself.
I mean, you've been around for a few years. Have you seen training methods change for goalkeepers specifically?
Yeah, definitely. When I was at Bury years ago, I never even had a goalkeeping coach. So then to have one at Sheffield United and training now at QPR, I think the way the footballs are these days, there's a lot of stuff you have to do where you're not concentrating on catching balls and stuff like that. And whereas years ago you'd have been expected to catch them, and now you just got to get rid of them into a safe area.
There's a lot more fitness work as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we work on fitness a couple of days a week at the start of a week, and then take the training down over the course of the week.
Do you have a favourite training exercise and a worse one?
Yeah, there's one that we do, pyramid. That's consists of about 20 dives non-stop, which is quite hard work, which I don't like, but we normally do that once a week at start, and then everything else I genuinely enjoy doing, working on being out of position and making second saves and stuff like that, so it's good stuff.
Is there anything you think you've worked on over your career that you've improved, specifically any parts of your game that you weren't happy with?
Crossing, I think. Obviously I'm not the tallest compared to some keepers, so we do a couple of days a week on crossing as well, so I'll be working on that a lot.
Right.
Sorry, just for the readers of the Goalkeeper magazine who are aged from about 8 to 80, can you just give a brief kind of overview of your career, just how you started off, where it all began?
Yeah, I remember when I left school I was playing just locally in Halifax, and then and I went to Bradford Park Avenue where I had a good 1 year there, and that's when Neil Warnock brought me into Bury. They had Dean Carley in goal at the time, so I was like understudy to him.
Yeah.
Towards the end of that season I went out on loan to Whitby and played about 2 months there, and come back, and Bury had been relegated at the time and they couldn't afford to buy a goalkeeper, so I took my chance, and I had 4 years there, free playing, so it was a good time. And then Neil brought me to Sheffield United, where I had 8 good years. Obviously the last year wasn't the best, but then the managers come and got me again, and third time, and took me to QPR, and had an incredible season last year, and it's given us the chance this year to play in the best league.
Definitely.
You've experienced, like you say, a lot of different clubs. Do you think that has helped improve you as a player, being able to have played at Bradford Park Avenue and Bury and Whitby, and then coming to the Premier League? Do you appreciate a lot more?
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you you know what it's like at them levels and what sort of pitches you're playing and training pitches. So the better clubs you go to and the better level you get to, I think you appreciate it more and what you've got.
And you're enjoying QPR now, I would imagine?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a great move for me. Everything went so well last year, and I just hope we can continue again this season.
There seems to be a lot of characters in that dressing room.
No?
Starting with the manager.
Yeah, I think everyone knows what he's like. He's a lively character, and I think he just speaks his mind, which I think yes, most of the players at QPR, but that's what they like. They'd rather someone be honest with you and tell you how it is, and at least you know where you stand there.
So I'm sure you think that good characters and good team spirit is of course good for the side. And you say you've got that at QPR.
Yeah, I think that comes from the manager. I think he brings the players in and that he likes, and it causes a good atmosphere around, and like I said, and gets some good characters in, and it worked well last year, and hopefully it will this year.
Yeah, well, he's brought in a few bigger characters, but we won't talk about them. But I know you said when you were off during your band that you missed the banter, and the Saturday afternoons were very quiet and so on, but you trained hard during that. Did you get involved with the banter now?
Yeah, definitely.
Do it more?
Yeah, you've got time. Yeah, like I said, when I was band, it was tough. I was in gym a lot on my own, and match days on Saturdays I used to go to the gym just to pass the time. But like I said, now I'm amongst all the banter and I enjoy it.
Does it give you a mental toughness that year off?
Yeah, I think as a goalkeeper you've got all mental toughness anyway, but I think that has helped me. Yeah.
Being in the Premier League now, how different is that from the Championship from a goalkeeper's point of view? Obviously you're playing better players, but is it hugely different to anything you could say?
Yeah, I think so. I think once they get 25-30 yards out, the ball's you've still got to be prepared for a shot from anywhere, and you've always got to be on your toes and always ready for stuff, and I think stuff around the box is a lot quicker, and we've tried adapting as training around that as well. So
is there less crosses, and you said what you thought his possible weakness was your crossing, which has worked.
No, I don't notice that. I think it's probably similar, but I've noticed around the box and that, the shots from around outside and stuff like that are a bit more livelier and come at you a bit quicker.
And stadiums and stuff like that must be great to play in all those big places, although you've played them most of them before.
Yeah, but I think if you look at the teams in the Championship, there's a lot of big teams in there, and they've got big stadiums, so there's big crowds at that level as well.
Your ambitions for the future? You're in the Premier League, obviously want to stay there.
Yeah, I've been there with Sheffield United and went straight back down by 1 goal, so I think the aim this year is just hopefully maintain this Premier League status and see what happens and build from there, and hopefully I can do well and just keep enjoying the football.
Are you hoping to get more international caps? Do you think you've got a chance?
I don't know now. I think I've not been involved now for 5 years and I'm not getting any younger, so at this moment in time I'm just happy to concentrate on QPR and helping them out in the Premier League, and we'll just have to see what happens, but I'm not holding any hope.
But a lot of people said you might be in a form of your life coming into a good run of form. Do you agree with that, or do you think?
Yeah, I think last season it couldn't have gone any better for me. The course of the season, I thought I did really well, and I was pleased with that.
So I don't know if it is actually an actual option, but the Olympics is coming up. I don't know if the Republic of Ireland enter a team for that.
I couldn't tell you.
No, I couldn't find out, to be honest. So it's a bit of a waste of a question. But then beyond your playing career, have you thought about maybe following Neil Warnock into management or anything like that?
I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind getting into the coaching side of it, which I've considered starting the badges on soon. So hopefully I might get into that and do a bit of goalkeeping off of stuff that I've learned. I can try help someone else out with.
But like you said before, there could be 6-7 years left for you. So that's the beauty of goalkeeping now.
Yeah, definitely. I hope there is, and like you said, have freedom now. 40-year-old just signed a 2-year contract at Tottenham, so just proves you look after yourself.
Yeah. Speaking of other keepers, I think I was going to ask you what your favourites. Who inspired you to get into goalkeeping? Who's your favourite keeper as a child?
When I was a kid, Peach Michael.
Yeah.
Just everything about him, his presence, his size, and the saves he made. And I'm a Man U fan as well, so all that helped.
Wish I'd known that before we started. So who's your favourite from the past? What about your present goalkeepers? Who do you admire at the moment? Who do you think's the best out there?
There's a few now, isn't there? You've got Check, obviously, Joe Hart, Shea Gibbons. There's a lot of good keepers around, so I don't know who I'd like to say who's best, but there's just a few very good ones around.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Manuel Neuer, the German keeper. You see much international football?
Not really, no, but I remember watching last season when they played against Man United. The big old lad, and I
think he was man of the match in a losing side.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
old, isn't it?
And anyone for the future that you've seen that has caught your eye? Any young kids at QPR? Or?
Yeah, there's a few young lads at QPR that are just started to go out on loan and gain some experience. One called Elvis, he's from Estonia, I think. He's just been out on loan to a few non-league sides, so hopefully he can get a bit of experience, and I'd like to see him come through.
You said your lads play football. Are they goalkeepers? Are we going to see them?
No, my little lad, he's tried to play in goal a few times, but I've been trying to push him outfield.
Really?
Yeah, I have, to be fair. And
why is that?
I don't know, I just have done, and I like to see him running about, and he's not a bad little striker, so
okay.
Just stay up for him.
How old is he?
8.
I suppose he's got to be a good striker if he's been practicing against you. Trying to score on you must be difficult for him.
No, he's he'll have me in garden in dark tonight when he gets down.
So, speaking of young kids, what would be your best piece of advice for an up-and-coming goalkeeper?
I think that for a young lad coming through, you've just got to enjoy it and train hard when they do train, and enjoy the matches, and I'm sure if they've got the ability, then that'll shine through and they'll do well.
So when you were younger, I'm not sure, how did you get picked up? Have you always played in goals since you were?
Yeah, I always as a kid, I always played in goal as a kid.
Okay.
That's unusual. Most goalkeepers start outfield, don't they? And then they just.
When I were at Bury, I
slowly
used to
go
have a
back.
little little game of five-a-side out of goal. I don't do it now.
Yeah. Well, a lot of keepers like to they can play a bit, don't they? Well, I suppose you need to nowadays.
Yeah, you do, to be fair, yeah.
Will you like outfield?
Alright, I'm not too bad, to be fair. I just don't like doing too much running, that's all.
I can sympathise with that. I think that's everything on my list. We've got some more questions from readers who have emailed in. But for now, thank you for speaking to us at Goalkeeper Magazine.